All right, morning everybody. I'm gonna bring up the chat here. See if got anybody in there yet. Mm, Okay, I'm just gonna give it a minute and see if anybody shows up. I wanted to do this political quiz to see kind of where um, you fall on the political spectrum, left or right, that kind of thing. I found this one on isidewith.com, which I've done this one before. I used it, I think it was like back during the primaries. So let's see. Yeah. I thought that'd be fun to do. I don't really have any news this morning, but it's always good to kind of see where um, you stand on stuff and kind of give everybody a better idea of where their news is coming from. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see, we got a couple people in there. Can y'all hear me? Okay. No. All right, so the first question was, let's see, should the president be able to authorize military force against Al Qaeda without congressional approval? No. And also, I guess it gives you options where you can rate how important that question is, or that topic is. So yeah, that's pretty important to me. I don't want my president just going around killing people without Congress's. Although I think they do that anyway. Um, let's see. Next question: should the U.S. assassinate suspected terrorists in foreign countries? I don't think so. Not unless we can help it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I believe in people should have trials and things. Let's see. Next one: should laptops be banned on all direct flights departing from the Middle East? Now, see, that one wasn't on there last time. I'm not sure about that. Uh, honestly, like, oh, okay, Jenny. Yeah, let's see. Let's scoot this up a little closer. All right. I'll try to talk louder. Okay. Um, okay. So as far as the laptops go, I'm not really sure. Yeah, like, is that a safety risk or what? Why would they ban the laptops? So I'm not. I guess no. I'm gonna go with no. It's not really important. Social issues. See, they have it broken down into different sections. They got national security, social issues, environmental, and I'm just going to do like the really quick one, just because you can go and answer more questions. I mean, there's a lot of questions on here. So we'll go with next one, social issues. So what's your stance on abortion? Yeah, I'm pro-choice. That's pretty simple. Okay, next one. Should the government continue to fund Planned Parenthood? I don't know, man. To be honest, I think that we should because they do a lot of good stuff. But at the same time, Planned Parenthood has, I don't know, they're really close with Clinton's. I don't know. There's just a lot of shady stuff that I see that happens with it. But at the end of the day, people rely on them, for medical care and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I don't want anybody to not get the care that they need. Let's see. Do you support the legalization of same-sex marriage? Duh, of course. The environmental. Should the government increase environmental regulations to prevent climate change? Yeah, yeah. And also maybe start enforcing the regulations that they have in place now, because that's one of the problems we're having is they don't do anything. There's no punishment. I mean, my governor goes around just polluting, you know, not my state, not just my state, but Kentucky, Virginia, Tennessee. I mean, and there's no consequences. I mean, there's no, I mean, a little slap on the wrist or whatever, but most of the time they don't even do that. So, I mean, can we just at least start enforcing the rules that we already have? All right, next question. Should the U.S. withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement? Well, I think we already did. So maybe it's not like it was, from what I hear, we were kind of holding all the other countries back. I mean, we were, it's actually better that we're not in it. So I don't know. I guess I'll put that. Whatever. Should the government stop construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline? Man, how old is this test? I'm gonna have to go back and find another test because this is, it's just like, I don't know, should women have the right to vote? Like, these are some really old questions. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's already done. It's done. It's already got oil going through it, whatever. Yeah, we shouldn't even have that. I mean, why? I don't know. Okay, I know why this happens. I mean, it still kind of blows my mind that we're, using oil and gasoline, all the coal, when there's so many way better options than that. It just blows my mind that we're still stuck in this system. Let's see if maybe we can get some recent questions. Should welfare recipients be tested for drugs? That is a definite no. That's a definite no. I mean, it's not it doesn't help. It costs more money usually than it saves. And to be honest, like if you're so poor that you're getting some kind of welfare, chances are you probably need to do some kind of drugs because your life is crap. I mean, what are you gonna do? You can go out and go on vacation. You can go see a movie. What are you gonna do? I mean, you're broke. You're on welfare. I mean, let them smoke some pot or whatever. Okay, should the government make cuts to public spending in order to reduce the national debt? Nope. Nope. I, I don't know how people feel about MMT or whatever, but at the end of the day, no matter what kind of economics, you believe in, it's just, you can't hurt people in order to reduce a debt. I mean, it only makes things worse. It only increases, your poverty. I mean, basically. Let's see, domestic policy issues. Should there be more restrictions on the current process of purchasing a gun? There are, let's see, I'm from a state that we love, which state in America doesn't love their guns, but yeah, we love guns a little bit more than usual here. And so I don't have a problem with guns exactly, but yeah, there should definitely be some kind of, there's all kinds of ways that we can make it safer for people, as far as like background checks and loopholes and, stuff like that. Let's see. Should local police increase surveillance and patrol of Muslim neighborhoods? Wow. Why would you do that? It's done. No, you shouldn't do that. No. Let's see. Are you in favor of decriminalizing drug use? Yep. If you have a drug, doing drugs isn't a problem. It's abusing drugs that's a problem, and that is a mental disorder. It's not a criminal one. Let's see. Healthcare. Do you support the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, Obamacare? No, nope. And I don't support the one that they tried to push through with Trump, either Medicare for all or single payer is where you go. Do you support the legalization of marijuana? Duh. Yeah, yeah. Should the government regulate the prices of life-saving drugs? If I'm understanding this right, like I think that's what they try to do. I think that's what Bernie tried to pass. I believe when as far as like going through Canada and stuff like that. If I'm understanding this right, which yeah, we're getting so screwed on our the prices on our medicine here. Let's see. Should a photo ID be required to vote? Hmm. Hmm. Now see, I feel like that it would make sense, but here's the problem with that is not everybody can afford that, and not um, and it's a pain in the ass to try to get a hold of. I'm going through this right now. Honestly, I can't. I don't have the money to get an ID, and I need a job to get that money, and I can't get a job unless I have an ID. So that's. But if they're going to require it, then they should also have a program that would help people that are low income or don't. If they're going to require it, they need to make sure that people can get it. That's just how I feel about it. Let's see, should foreigners currently residing in the United States have the right to vote? Like legal? I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not sure what that means. See, I really need to brush up on like immigration and different policies like that because I'm where I live in West Virginia. It's not really an issue that comes up around here, so yeah, I'm very ignorant when it comes to stuff like that. I feel like if you live here, you work here, um, you have a say. You know, should the Electoral College be abolished? Hmm. I don't see why not. Why not? I mean, we vote for the Electoral College, do we not? Is that not who we put into place? Is these people that make decisions for us? But it's one of those things like they trust us enough to vote them in, but we're not trusted enough to like do actually have a say in who is going to be our president. Because we're not smart enough for that. Let's see. Criminal issues. Should police officers be required to wear body cameras? Yeah. And there should be consequences when they accidentally turn off, too. Should convicted criminals have the right to vote? Hell yeah. No, no, no. I mean, you can't take away somebody's right to vote. Absolutely not. That is non-negotiable. I don't care if you're a felon. I don't care what you did. You still have a say. If you live in this country, you have a say. Let's see. Should prisons ban the use of solitary confinement for juveniles? That is just such a terrible question that is even a thing. How I can't imagine what that would do to a kid's brain to be in solitary confinement. I mean, I know what it's like just to, you know, it's just that's sad that we're doing that to kids, children. We're taking children, locking them up, and putting them in solitary confinement. That is what kind of a country are we? I mean, that's like third world country, type crap. Let's see. Should the government increase or decrease military spending? I'm going to check the chat. All right. Yeah, decrease it. Well, here's the thing. Here's the problem with that is people in the military industrial complex are horrible, but they're smart. And what they've done is they've put all their different, people that make the uniforms and people that do this and that and whatever, they've had them spread out in all these different states. So that way, if you decrease their funding, what you're doing is you're hurting all these different states. And so we need to kind of wean that people off of the military industrial complex. And so I think we'd have to spend a little bit more money into creating alternate jobs for those people, kind of like what they should have done with the coal industry. you know but that's the problem with it. But yeah, we should decrease it, and we need to spend more money on not killing people. All right, so let's see what the chat's like. 1 second. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, a lot of people showed up. Let's see who else in here. We got Jenny, Troxy. Hey, I haven't seen you around in a while. Dax, Jeremy Walker, Karen, Kevin. Awesome. Oh, Kat. Hey, Kat. Ebon. This is awesome. Everybody's here. That's so cool. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. All right. Oh, I also looked into the super chat thing, and apparently you have to have 1,000 subscribers before you can do that. And yeah, so at this rate, maybe by the time I'm 50, I can do super chat. I don't know. Hey, Andy, Independent Outsiders here. So cool. All right. So I don't think there's too many questions left. Let's see. Should the U.S. accept refugees from Syria? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. If I blew up my neighbor's house and then they came over and was like, "Hey, I need a place to crash because I kind of don't have a house," I'd let them. You know, that's just. But at the same time, you gotta be safe. You gotta be safe about it, and yeah. So do as much vetting as you can. Ah, oops. All right. So do as much vetting as possible, and then help them out because we kind of did destroy their whole country. Let's see, should foreign terrorism suspects be given constitutional rights? Yeah, I mean, what does that even mean? Like, should they have a trial? I mean, should they? Yeah, I mean, I guess if we're going to be, yeah, I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? I mean, like they have a right to a lawyer and stuff like that. I mean, here's the thing, like I wouldn't want if they're wrongly, like just imagine if they're wrongly accused, I wouldn't want somebody that's innocent to be treated terribly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I guess yeah, they should have constitutional rights. Should the government increase or decrease? I don't know the answer to that one. Let's see. Education. Do you support increasing taxes for the rich in order to reduce interest rates for student loans? Hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm just pro increasing taxes for the rich. Period. So yeah. Do you support Common Core national standards? Not really. No. I think education is just the whole way it's done. No part of it makes sense. The way that we fund it, the way that it's structured, the way the classes are, the way we pay the teachers. I mean, every single part of education just should be scrapped and then just totally redone. Yeah. Let's see. Should the U.S. build a wall along the southern border? No, that's ridiculous. I mean, there's already so many things in place there. I think there's ways that you could secure the border, but I mean, I don't understand why we're so focused on the south. And I mean, I guess we don't have too many Canadians coming over. I don't know why the focus is so important on the southern border. Let's see. Should immigrants be deported if they commit a serious crime? Yeah. I mean, you're our guest here, and if you're not acting right, then you gotta get out. Should illegal immigrants, I mean, but that would have to be a serious, serious crime, I mean, jaywalker or something, like, no way. Should illegal immigrants have access to government subsidized health care? See, this is where uh, I'm one of those what they would call a bleeding heart liberal, where I just don't want to see anybody hurt, and I want everybody to be taken care of, and and I don't care. I really don't. The borders and the lines and on the maps and stuff just really don't mean anything to me. I mean, it's like, okay, well, you live on that side of the line, so you don't get health care. I don't. But at the same time, you gotta protect, your own country. You have to, make sure everybody's safe, and you have to make sure everybody's taken care of. And but I don't know. I wouldn't want to see anybody like not get the health care that they need, even if they are an illegal immigrant. So whatever. Okay. Should the government require children to be vaccinated for preventable diseases? Hmm. I mean, those kind of things only work when it's, like the herd immunity, I think is what it's called. But yeah, especially if your kid is going to a public school and stuff. I mean, chances are it's not going to hurt your kid, but your kid might be passing something along to somebody with a weaker immune system, stuff like that. And that's bad. I Yeah, especially if you're going to a public school, you just absolutely need to be vaccinated. Should producers be required to label genetically engineered foods? Yeah, I don't think that. See, from what I'm seeing on GMOs, it's not necessarily that they're absolutely bad for you, but the thing is that it's not being tested. It's not being, you know, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing with it. And yeah, until we know for sure that everything is totally safe and it's fine, yeah, it needs to be labeled. I mean, we label stuff organic, or so why wouldn't we label something as a GMO? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is definitely an old an old quiz, because it says, "Who's your favorite?" Oh no, it's for 2020. Oh, I wonder what this. Okay, it says, "Who is your favorite candidate for the 2020 presidential election?" Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, Mike Pence, Michelle Obama, Marco Rubio, John Kasich, Joe Biden, Gary Johnson, Elizabeth Warren, Donald Trump, Bernie Sanders, Ben Carson. Well, that just looks terrible. Uh, I mean, I guess if I had to pick one of them that's on there, I guess Bernie. But really, I don't want any of them. I'm probably going to get some kind of horrible result on this because I didn't really. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. Dax, that's a really great point. He said the rich are testing GMO food. We are their royal food testers. That's we had that MCHM spill here. That's what I was saying is they're not they weren't concerned at all about the health effects, and it's just, and I realize they don't want to know, first of all, and second of all, why would they waste all this money doing research and stuff on this chemical and what it could do to us when they can just wait and see, right? Just the wait and see method. That's it. Hmm. Uh, let's see. Apparently, left wing, which isn't really surprising. It says your political beliefs would be considered strongly left wing on an ideological scale, meaning you tend to support policies that promote social and economic equality. Yeah. And apparently I agree. Ew. 90, 95% with Jill Stein, which is awesome, but then 83% with Hillary Clinton. But then again, everybody agrees with Hillary Clinton because Hillary Clinton changes her opinion so much. So, yeah, I think everybody would probably qualify for that one. Wow, only 13% with Donald Trump. So, yeah, that was fun. And let's see what's chat. What's going on in chat? Oh, hey, first, yes. Let's see. He said in Ontario, preventable obesity related costs to our universal health care is billions of tax dollars per year for just 15 million people. Universal health care isn't all good. Yeah, the obesity rate is something that is, we don't really think about that. I mean, but I think that's another subsidy that we basically have here for, like, Big Sugar and, McDonald's and Walmart and all this, all these different places. It's kind of like where everything, uh, the way that we treat people, and is this is a direct result of it. You got all these people that are seriously obese and need health care, and I mean, yeah, I mean, it costs a lot of money. Smokers too, people that smoke, people that drink. I mean, it's a pretty, when you add it all up, yeah, it's a pretty big weight on the system. But still, I mean, everybody needs healthcare. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What is this? Nancy and Chuck are working with Trump. Good, bad, or holy shit? I guess I'm having more of a holy shit reaction to that one. I didn't know Chuck had gone over. But honestly, I'm just kind of I'm kind of impressed a little bit that I don't know if that's the right word for it, but that's, yeah. I mean, I kind of shocked that they're admitting it. I didn't know about Chuck. I heard something about was it Nancy Pelosi? Yeah, Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, that she had said, well, maybe he'll be okay. A small voice of sanity, which is really really weird. Apparently, he's doing something that they like. Must be bombing some poor people somewhere. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Troxing said that in Japan they have a tax on fattening food, beverages, and overweight people. What? They have a tax on overweight people? Yeah, they just put in a soda tax here, which is good because people around here drink way too much pop. And it's not only does that make you gain weight, but it's also ruin your teeth. But um, at least that's not a cost that the government is taking care of because they don't give a damn about your teeth, even though it's part of your health. I mean, if you don't, your teeth could kill you. I mean, but then again, it's not a medical necessity to have teeth. Mm. Parents said I will be cremated like my pagan ancestors. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was thinking about just donating my body to the body farm. Uh, I don't know if they still do that or not, but that was my plan originally. It was basically, it's like this forensic place where they'll take your body and they'll stuff it in the trunk of a car or bury it in a shallow grave and just kind of watch and see, how it decomposes and stuff. Yeah. I think our big problem right now, I mean, as far as this kind of just keeps coming up, is basically like our health and the way we take care of ourselves. We just don't. I mean, a lot of people don't. there's so much wrong. And I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people. I eat garbage food, you know, but it comes down to, you got convenience, and then there's the price of food. You've got, I mean, there's so many factors. Time. Do you have the time? Or do you have like a farmer's market close by? Do you have access to even, decent food? Pollution is another one that causes people to be overweight. There's so much that goes into creating somebody, that's overweight. So, and then, some of it, we have poor, education when it comes to, what you should eat, how much of it you should eat, when you should eat. I still don't even know. I took a nutrition class and I still don't even know most of it. I just kind of wing it. And then, you've got jobs, people that have these jobs that, where they're, sitting a lot of time, and then they get home and you do some more sitting, and, we're not very active people. Hmm. Chauncey said also in Japan, a lot of the corporations have their workers do a paid 1 hour obligatory workout at the start of their workday. That kind of sounds nice. I'd like that. Yeah, yeah. We got a fast food restaurant about for every church I think we have here. So basically on every street corner. But good luck finding a farmer's market. Yeah. Yvonne said once I got out of poverty, one thing I never skipped out on was food. Oh man, I've got like the next 10 years of meals planned, I think. Like, oh man, the food I would eat, I'd be so fat if I had money for food. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Oh my God, I want steak. That would be so good. And it's been ages since I had steak. Anyway, now I'm thinking about food. I'm just like, oh, I want food. I had ramen. So now I'm on this like, okay, get food out of my head. Let's see, what does chat have to say? Mm. All right, yeah, all right. So I was a little late getting started today. It's already been a crazy day. Principal already called. Son's acting crazy at school again. I gotta go find some stuff for the pawn shop, and then pick him up from school, and hopefully I'll be. Oh yeah, there's that. Uh, I gotta get some questions for tonight. For what was that? The doctor? Who's that doctor again? That's going to be on after hours. Yeah. Well, Shiva. Am I saying that? Shiva? Is that right? Uh, See you later. I've been an outsider. All right. Yep. Yeah, I gotta head out. So yeah, I gotta get all that stuff ready for tonight. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm going to be actually prepared for once. Yeah. So anyway, I will see y'all guys. See you all tonight. Later. Thank you. There we go. All right. Bye.